Welcome everyone. It is the regular city council meeting for Monday, April 10th, 2023. We'll call the meeting to order. We've all stand up and say the pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I roll call please, Jason?
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
JT and Matt Peterson both contacted me and said they would be absent tonight.
Okay. So number 4, approval of the agenda. Any questions, concerns? Is anything on there?
Motion to approve agenda.
Second?
Second.
Roll call please.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Number 5, we can skip. So we'll jump down to 6, the consent agenda. Again, any questions, comments, concerns with anything on there? If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
And second?
Second.
And roll call please.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Okay, number 7, Associated Insurance Counselors Larry Hand is here, and he's going to be presenting the check, the city with a check for the annual insurance renewal.
Oh, that isn't, he's not giving us a check.
Oh, that's not what it is?
No.
Oh.
Sorry, I thought I put that in there.
I'm like, I don't know check for it.
Oh. Here, I got my hopes up.
He has an invoice for us.
It's the other way around.
That's not how
Kind of the
it's
opposite.
That's not how it's supposed to work.
Where's Norm at? Norm's got a check, right?
Yeah. Sorry, Larry.
No, no problem.
You got a renewal for us, so
Yeah,
go
so
ahead.
I've got your EMC renewal, and then, Norm's out of town, so he wasn't able to come tonight, so I got elected to come here, so. Norm had already kind of reviewed things with Teresa on that, you know, what's in this packet that we've got here. If you flip to the very first page where they get the renewal comparison, you're gonna see the first thing is your property, premium has jumped again. It jumped almost even to what it did last year. Your blanket property values increased a little over $2 million, and that's really based on inflation. You know, these commercial buildings are jumping at the minimum 11%, but that's kind of at the minimum, so you can see a little bit higher jumps in the commercial buildings. You know, it's just based on the higher cost of claims, the higher cost of building materials, and that just in turn just keeps driving the property up. Within that property, you know, that 41,000 does include the part where the power plants are included in that too. They're on a separate policy. They jumped up just a hair. The power plants kind of tied in with the Cincinnati equipment breakdown policy.
Okay.
And that Cincinnati policy renews every 3 years, and so that renewed this year. So that's like through Gesters, a broker on that. So Gesture and EMC have to work together to try to come up with the values that they agree on.
Sure.
And so it took a little time this year to get that accomplished. And you can see in the very last couple pages here, EMC's values and then Cincinnati's values. And it comes down to, like the building jumped up quite a bit with the EMC values. But the 2 generators are the kind of thing that's really in question. And the Caterpillar generator, I think we've got a pretty good value on that. That's at the 2.4 million. The low-speed generator at Fairbanks Morris, if that was truly wanted to value what that's worth, it's probably worth $5-6 million. But if that was ever going to be replaced, you would never replace it with that anyway.
Right.
So they had to come up with an agreement between the two, and they both agreed on that. Those values, the EMC underwriter kind of talked to me about it. He said that the city doesn't think one or the other is not enough. You know, you could always bring an engineer in and they could reevaluate it.
Okay.
But, you know, chances are you never get another low-speed generator more like the cat,
Yeah.
High-speed generator set with that. And then Norm did mention he'd like to go through and, just verify all the buildings that are on the statement of value that are being insured.
Okay.
Just to make sure everything is what it is, maybe we're missing something, maybe something either needs to be deleted or added to some buildings, we
Sure.
don't know. So he's gonna set up a time, I don't know, Tracy, you'll probably set up somebody that go with them,
Yes,
and then he's gonna go around and verify all these buildings here. In the very near future, he wants to get that done. Other things you see, the liability on all these policies, they used to be kind of pretty flat, liability couldn't jump much. And now we're just seeing the same thing with those. They're kind of creeping up at all, with each year you see a little bit more, like the coverage and, crime kind of stays the same, but like the law enforcement jumped, all that is jumping because of the cost of, the liability suits anymore, costing more and more. It's not you guys, it's, a bunch
Sure.
that drives these rates.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where that's at. That being said, with the high, where you're seeing with your property premium jumping up again this year, I was working with EMC for quite a while on trying to get alternative deductibles for you guys to consider. But it's like pulling teeth trying to get them. I mean, it's a tough year with them. The companies are, it's harder to get some revised quotes, but I did finally actually get them, I think I got them on Friday. And so we asked for, these are deductibles for the property blanket.
Okay.
And so we asked for a $5,000 deductible quote and a $10,000 deductible quote. And so the $5,000 deductible quote, will save you approximately $5,500. Like $5,564 they say.
Okay.
And then the $10,000 deductible is at $9,603.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's,
Kind of wash.
well, it is kinda. I mean, it's, you could save $5,000, a little over $5,000, but, and your property claims have been pretty minimal. I mean, you had the one big one on the water tower here, I think in 2020. But prior to that, I think the last one I seen was about 2016, as far as property
Yeah.
claims.
Yeah.
But it only takes one claim and then you're back to, you took away your savings, but it can get your premium down to, closer to what you had in the previous year. If that's what you're interested in, we wanted to give you that option to at least consider it. So,
that water tower claim was a big claim.
yeah, it was 43,000, or 42,000 in that range.
Okay. I don't remember what that was for, I guess.
I think it was a lightning strike.
Lightning strike.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So,
Yeah. Alright.
so that's kind of where I'm at with, what we had going here.
So do you need decision tonight then, Larry, on that blanket coverage, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's sooner the better. I mean, it renewed actually, April 1st.
Okay.
And so the sooner the better. I would like to see it, once you decide if you want to change a deductible, then we have to create new invoices and stuff.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's just what, if you want to save a little bit and play the gamble
Yeah,
and see if
yeah.
it's gonna pay off or not,
Right.
With the storms we've been having, it's
Yeah, I know.
the weather, it just,
Right.
yeah.
But again, you can look at that too, say if you have storm damage and it hits several buildings, that's one claim.
Yeah.
Instead of, it's 4 buildings.
True.
You can look at it that way too,
Yeah.
but if it's just one building and you've got a $5,000, $10,000 deductible, and that kinda hits it hard a little bit to the city budget, so.
Question,
Sure.
you have listed location 26,
Okay.
404 East White Street. Joe, what is that?
I'd have to see if I can find it in here, I don't know.
Would be that direction. Isn't it the gas? Our little gas?
404, would that be that low?
That's where I think it
It
is.
says odorizer equipment. building.
Yep, okay, thank you.
Oh, you're right?
Are you surprised? I'm feeling.
That just piqued my interest, I'm trying to think.
Oh, no problem. Any other questions?
Not that I can think of for myself. I guess what's council's thoughts on, can we decide that tonight, or do we need to do it like next meeting?
I would, I don't know if we can wait until April 24th.
Right, what I kind of would talk with Norm about, because he'd like to see a motion to possibly approve
The renewal?
the renewal,
Okay.
and then you could do a motion at a later date and decide on a deductible too,
Okay.
if you wanted to change that. He said, look, that looks better too, when you see the two motions, you know, following it.
Okay. I'd be good with that, I mean, then everybody gets a little
Little more.
input.
Right,
Yeah.
and if needed, I guess Norm could come to that one, I'll be out of town for that one, so.
So what are we at now? If we would approve this renewal,
Are we at the 79,
The
617?
79,617, and so that includes, renewal of cyber liability, and then also the, Cincinnati policy of the 6928. So the total EMC bill is like 70,576, and then there are those other two policies that.
So if we would decide to change, then we would just get a refund back on.
okay.
And, yeah, you could do that, I think Norm did say, because it's agency bill, we have maybe 30 days or something.
He
on
said
that.
he would hold it in escrow.
Right, yeah, so we really, you do have time to decide if you wanted to go that route. And if needed, you said the meeting's what, the 24th,
Yes.
Yeah.
and if you wanted Norm to come to that
Or, yeah,
meeting too.
if we want to change anything.
Discuss it.
Okay.
Otherwise, that's all I got for you.
Okay. Nope, that sounds good. Anybody else have questions for Larry, or? Okay. So do we wanna go ahead and just renew this, pass this tonight, and then, like I said, if we wanna bring it back up at the next meeting, we can always do that, if we wanna, feel like we need to change that deductible or whatever.
I'll make sure to get this out to both JT and Matt, this renewal,
Okay.
and what was discussed,
Yeah,
and then, and the motion, and let them know the motion that was made.
okay. Alrighty, well, this is any other discussion, needed, I'll ask for a motion to approve the, insurance renewal then.
I'll make a motion to approve the annual insurance renewal as presented.
Second,
Second.
and roll call please.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Rich Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Girardi.
Alright. Thanks Larry,
Okay,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Next time have a check for us.
I'll send Norm with that.
Thanks Larry.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, number 8, review and approve payment number 4, final retainage in the amount of $9,841.03, for Ganson Excavating Incorporated.
So when Mark Rudin was here at the last meeting, he actually presented the letter of asking you for acceptance of the project and releasing the retainage. A motion was made at this time, so really, this is just a follow-up so we can cut the check.
Cool, alright, okay. Ask for a motion to approve, payment number 4 then.
I'll make a motion to approve payment number 4 to Ganson Excavating for $9,841.03.
Second,
Second.
and roll call please.
Adam Ryder,
Yes.
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Alright, number 9, set the public hearing for the 2023-2024 budget for 6 p.m. on April 24th, 2023. So that'll be our next meeting, so, just need a motion to set the public hearing for the 24th.
I'll make a motion to set the public hearing for the April 24th regular city council meeting.
Okay, second? Second. Roll call, please.
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Number 10, discuss and approve a building permit for Delbert and Diane Clemming.
Jack reviewed it, went over there, looked at it, and, it meets all the setbacks and requirements. So, it's approved on our end.
What's it?
It's going to be a patio.
Oh, it's a patio? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll make a motion to approve the building permit for Delbert and Diane Clemming. Second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Okay, number 11, discuss and approve a building permit for Raymond and Rebecca Wanzek.
Again, Jack went up, it's staked out, and, he took a copy of the covenants to make sure all the setbacks, that everything measured out right. Feeling it's very important to get that first house in there right. And, he took Tim along and they got it all measured out and everything's sitting there right, so, that one is also got approved on our end.
Perfect.
Did they give any indication when they were looking to hopefully start, or?
ASAP.
It sounds like moving,
Yeah.
moving right along with that,
Deal.
so.
So he wanted to make sure to get the building permit in and approved, because, you know, with the holiday,
Yeah.
our cutoff was Thursday noon, and he thought he had until Friday noon, and so there was still plenty of time. I just made an adjustment to the agenda. Did not wanna wait until the end of the month, so,
No reason.
nice weather.
Right.
Good deal. Okay, unless there's any other discussion needed on that, I will ask for a motion to approve.
I will make a motion to approve the building permit for Raymond and Rebecca Wanzek.
Okay, second? Second. And roll call, please.
Rich Peterson.
Yes.
Matt Girardi.
Yep.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.
Okay, other business. Teresa, I believe you had couple things.
I have a couple things. Just wanted to let you know that, Murray Rossman, was applying for an asbestos inspection. And, that needs to be done by either the city or another, like Jackson County Economic Alliance. In fact, Jackson County Economic Alliance had started the application and then had questions if there would be city support, which required no funding on our part, just that we support the idea of that going forward. And I said, well, there may possibly be an interest of the city in that building. And with that being said, we became the applicant with Murray. And with that, they also think there'll be funding for an environmental review, which would be good for us. We'll know then all the ins and outs of it, so. I also have a meeting with Murray on Friday at 8:30 in the morning to discuss the building, so.
Sounds good. Okay, anything else?
That's all I had on that one.
Okay.
Preston sign, we've been, Eric has been looking for alternatives feel we were kinda looking wood, stone, and metal. Stone is so expensive to get anything of any size. So really came up with this metal alternative, I guess wanting to know thoughts. Just to cut it out, it's, to get the sign, it's $600. Then we would need the stakes and, get it powder coated. But,
How big is that?
like as big as a sheet of,
4x8, so like a 4x8 sheet?
yeah. It's big.
And then, are we gonna like mount that onto something, or?
On poles, on black steel poles.
Firmly.
Yes.
Is there a possibility to go bigger? I only say that because I just put up a sign on my building, 4x8, and I mean, you gotta be fairly close to pick up on it. You think it's huge until you're coming by on the highway.
No, at speed, 4x8 isn't nothing.
Just if there's a possibility to.
Let me
what
check.
the price would be.
Cause
Yeah, they
I
make
didn't-
5x10.
I didn't feel the price was real outrageous, cause
Oh.
we were kind of,
Yeah, I'd just be curious, because that's,
how big would you think?
not even, I don't know.
I don't either.
6x12?
How much did you say this was?
600.
Yeah, see,
6x12 should be 1,000.
how big is our sign out here now, the wooden one? Is it still there, am I just?
It's still there.
Oh, I bet they're not.
They're small.
Yeah, they're not
Oh, really?
big.
I don't think they're this
No.
big.
I would say maybe they're 5 feet wide at the
Really?
most.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll be fine then. I don't know, yeah, see what a 5x10, if they can do that, I guess.
Yeah, that's.
If you're only talking, I don't wanna say only $600, it's still a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money.
It's got a really cool contemporary, modern look to it.
Well, that's why I was
Something
wondering,
different.
yeah, if we were looking at like mounting it, like if we were gonna do like, I don't know, like some kind of like a stone, or like some kind of, something behind it and then like
It would-
preface it.
I had thought that also, but to get a stone that size to mount it
Oh,
on,
yeah.
very,
How much did Macocota just pay for those little things they just put up?
I have no idea.
What kind of,
Oh, they're just small, I mean.
oh, yeah, those like pillar things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw those.
Is that what you're talking, just a couple pillars and then mount your sign to the pillars?
Well, I was thinking, yeah, depending on the
But
size.
not as big as Macokota,
Yeah,
but just in that idea.
Oh, something stone instead of metal?
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm
Something
just,
that doesn't
well, that's what I
melt
was
away
thinking.
so easily?
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question, is what kind of like poles are they gonna mount it on?
They would be some kind of, I would think, kind of decorative,
Okay.
not like a steel pole.
That's what I was wondering. If it
No,
was, yeah, I didn't
we
want
don't wanna
something
steal.
Ornamental I-beam.
Because, Eric's involved, so
Okay.
it would be tasteful.
Yeah, I mean, I like the sign.
But
I mean,
first, does everybody agree with, cause we changed, the logo was kinda off in the corner and Iowa was over here, and
Yeah,
I like
this looks nice, yeah.
if you like this, then
Yep.
maybe we'll just kinda switch ours up a little bit so it kinda stays all together.
I guess I would just like to know how they plan on
Yeah,
fixing it.
and I'll talk with Eric about that, and we'll get a more definitive, but if you're good with the design, then,
Design looks good.
As far as that goes, yeah, you use this for your entry. And I'm still all in favor for the city vehicles with the old logo, that says a lot too.
yeah.
When you look at it, that could be left just fine, we don't have to change them out.
We actually are using, when it comes to utility, items, we use the utility letterhead. And then for any other city business that's more administrative, then we use our new
Yeah.
logo.
Yeah, I would like to see as we phase out older stuff, you know, get the new logo, but yeah, I agree, Rich, I don't think we need to.
No, that's well explained, as you see it in City of Preston, you see the little plane with the water.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move forward in that direction then.
Okay.
And then I have one more thing.
Okay.
We, are getting that new pump. We pulled the old pump for the, lift station. And so Tim was thinking if we're going to keep it, in case one goes down, that we have it in working order.
Yeah.
So he had them go through it and, they are looking at impeller bearing seals, O-ring kit, clean and bake Stator.
Standard.
There you go. Dielectric oil and shop labor. $2,842.
It's a lot cheaper than a new one.
Okay.
Yeah. you gotta check
Just wanted to
policy
make
have 'em.
sure, it's
Yeah.
kinda above our normal. Wanted to make
That
sure that you
doesn't
agree.
sound too bad.
Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, Bill, you got anything?
We, completed testing on Saturday with the 3 candidates, that weren't certified. And so one passed, and so we'll have interviews tomorrow, so I'll have 3 people interview.
Cool.
And then we'll move forward from there.
Nice, awesome. Good deal. Keep moving. All right, anything else?
And the Ford's going up to Andrew tomorrow to, get the new radio installed.
Sweet. You
And-
gonna start with that one, then do the charge?
Yeah, and then we'll do the charger in 2 weeks.
Okay. Awesome. Good deal. Alrighty, thanks, sir. Okay, anybody else have anything? If not, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
and roll call, please.
Rich Peterson,
Yes.
Matt Girardi,
Yep.
Adam Ryder.
Yes.